And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe on the way in the door, my people. I hope you all are having a truly, truly fantastic day today. Phil Jackson, former coach of the Chicago Bulls, former coach of the GOAT, Michael Jordan, reveals the secret behind Michael Jordan's many clutch moments. And basically Phil said that Michael Jordan would remember other clutch moments. He had a specific clutch moment that he remember during all clutch situations that would kind of, keep him thinking positively, keep him thinking that, hey, I've done this before. I've done this clutch thing before. And that was kind of the secret of what, made him so clutch. So this article is coming from Basketball Network. Says he often calls up images of the past successes. Phil Jackson on the play that Michael Jordan replayed in his mind during clutch situations. A particular play powered Jordan's mind and body during clutch situations. Says Phil Jackson wasn't your ordinary basketball coach. Apart from mastering the X's and O's of the sport, the Zen master also instructed his players to practice meditation. This enabled his players to remain calm amid tense situations, which proved useful throughout a game's ebbs and flows. MJ was different. However, Michael Jordan, easily Phil's best player, wasn't mainly sold on his antics. This is not a case of a superstar acting like a diva. The black cat was just built differently. Quote, Michael Jordan has always maintained that he didn't need any of that Zen stuff because he already had a positive outlook on life, Phil said. Adding that, unlike most players, Mike loved being in the center of a storm. It's second nature to him to remain calm amid all the pressures in the world. And this is one thing, I've said this in another video. And I think this video I was talking about another difference to me between Michael Jordan and Kobe. If we're pointing out those subtle differences to me that make a big difference. And that is, I always say that Michael Jordan is like he thrives in the pressure situations. Now, again, that's not to say that Kobe Bryant didn't want them, because I think Kobe Bryant wanted the pressure situations. He wasn't afraid of the pressure situations. But again, Michael Jordan actually thrived. Like, he lived for that moment. And this is what Phil Jackson is saying here. He said, unlike most players, Mike loved being in the center of a storm. Like, he loved that moment. And that's what I got from watching Michael Jordan, is that unlike anybody else, like, he literally thrived. That's the moment he lived for, is for it to be all on the line and the chance to take that shot. But anyway, let's continue. It says, but when Jordan meditates, he always recalls a specific play that showcased his singular talent in the clutch. It was a shot that started the myth of Michael as the ultimate closer. Quote, Jordan doesn't practice regularly, but he often calls up images of past successes in his mind during high pressure situations, Jackson said in 2019. Quote, more often than not, he'll replay the last second shot he took to win the 1982 NCAA championship as a freshman at North Carolina. Rather than cloud his mind with negative thoughts, he says to himself, okay, I've been here before. Then tries to relax enough to let something positive emerge, he added. And then it goes on and says, Jordan's best clutch moments. This method worked wonders for Mike throughout his professional career. There's a good chance he recalled that moment before he hit the shot on Craig Elo in the 1989 playoffs. There was a lot at stake in that game. If Michael had missed it, the Chicago Bulls playoff campaign would have ended with a heartbreaking loss, but Jordan switched it. Even as Elo was running toward him, the UNC product had the presence of mind to adjust his shot with precision. That game-winning shot for North Carolina also crossed Mike's mind after stealing the ball from Karl Malone in 1988 NBA Finals. As he bought the ball past half court, MJ knew he was about to write another chapter in his career. At that point in his career, number 23 had been in so many clutch situations. He had missed a lot, but Jordan already switched a lot. Whatever the case may be, he never lost confidence. So much so that even if the entire Jazz defense collapsed on him, his airness would have still taken a shot. Quote, I had no intention of passing the ball under any circumstances, Michael said. I figured I stole the ball and it was my opportunity to win or lose the game. I would have taken that shot with 5 people on me. This is what defined Jordan. His signature fadeaway shot, footwork, and gravity-defying dunks were just small parts of what made him the greatest. His uncanny ability to thrive under pressure truly made Air Jordan the GOAT. So yeah, I thought this was a very interesting article. And like I said, for those who have spent time not only listening to interviews with Michael Jordan, but reading things about Michael Jordan, the one thing that you know about Michael Jordan is that he really tries to keep a positive outlook on life. I think I just mentioned this in another video. You know, when you hear him talk about his father who was murdered, he always puts a positive spin on it by saying, well, hey, I got to have him for 30 something years or you know, however long it was at the time that Michael passed. But he was like, hey, I got to have him for 30 something years. And so he's thankful for that. So he always keeps the positive in the forefront of his mind. And this is just another example of how he thrives and why he thrives is that, you know, in pressure situations, he thinks of a moment where he already has succeeded. He thinks to himself, I've been here and done this before. So, you know, having that kind of mindset, it helps take the pressure off. It helps keeps your confidence high when you're thinking about the successful times you've done it, rather than, oh, what if I fail, or what if I don't make this shot, and how is it going to affect my legacy, and how are people going to look at me? These are the thoughts that the Duck has when he's taking a last second shot. The deer in headlights look like like everything is on the line. But like I said, when Michael Jordan takes these shots, it just looks very routine, you know. And again, like I said, he thrives in these moments. You know, in the article, it mentioned he's missed a lot of shots, but he's switched a lot of shots. And to me, again, this is another thing that just speaks to that mindset of Michael Jordan that says, hey, I succeed because I have failed. It's that willingness to fail. And this is why, you know, I believe Michael Jordan has the highest clutch percentage at around 50% for any player. You know, that is absurd. That is remarkable. That is a level of clutchness that, like I said, that to me can only be attained through that mindset. That can only be attained if you actually love being in the center of the storm, as Phil Jackson says. And then, you know, and it was interesting to me how it mentioned the 1998 finals when Michael Jordan stole the ball from Karl Malone, that he had the mindset that, hey, I stole the ball, I'm taking this shot no matter what. And to me, that just really, not only does it give you an insight to the confidence that he has. But to me, it also just gives you a insight to his ability to trust in his teammates when he needed to, and his ability to know when, you know, he's feeling that ultimate confidence, like, hey, I'm taking this shot. I don't care if it's 5 people, like, I'm doing this. But, you know, then you think about the other times where he passed to Steve Kerr and Paxson. And so, like I said, to me, it just speaks to that Michael Jordan's ability to, depending on what's happening in the game, like knowing the move that should be made. Like, you know, knowing, again, if you think back to the Steve Kerr shot, if you know the story behind the shot, again, that shot happened because a couple of games before, Steve Kerr had missed a shot that I think could have tied the game for Chicago or could have won the game for Chicago, but Steve Kerr missed it, and Steve Kerr was very upset about missing the shot. Steve Kerr's wife told Michael Jordan how upset Steve was, and so Michael Jordan, when we all saw on The Last Dance, when they showed the camera angle of him saying, hey, if they come double me, I'm gonna pass it to you. And this was Michael giving Steve Kerr his chance at redemption. You know, again, because Michael Jordan, he could have had that same mindset as he had in the 1998 finals. Like, I don't care if it's 5 people on me, I'm going to shoot this. But to me, that shows the leadership of Michael Jordan to want to see his teammates to succeed, to want to give Steve Kerr another chance at redemption, but it also shows the confidence of Michael Jordan during the times where he doesn't make the decision to pass, to say, like, hey, I'm confident enough that I can hit this shot because I love these moments. I love being in the center of the storm, you know. And I love the challenge, basically. You know, the thing that LeBron James doesn't like is the challenge. But anyway, so yeah, I just thought this article was very interesting and another insightful thing about Michael Jordan and how he handles pressure situations. And again, all this stuff to me is applicable to life. You know, if you think about whatever pressure situations you are going through with whatever it is that your profession is, or it doesn't have to be your profession, it could be just something in day-to-day life. It's like, instead of thinking about all the negative outcomes, think about something that you did succeed in, you know, and let that be the fuel for the moment. You know, think about something that you did overcome and let that be the fuel to overcome the next thing, instead of thinking about the what if, the negative what if. So what if I don't make this? You know, how is it going to affect my life? What if I, you know, think about the time that you did overcome. And so, yeah, I think all of these things, that the mindset of Michael Jordan, again, to me, is just a mindset for success no matter what you do. And so, yeah, I thought this was a very interesting article and wanted to share it with you guys. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think of this article about Phil Jackson revealing the secret to Michael Jordan being so clutch? And that is, Michael Jordan would reflect upon it says his 1982 shot that in North Carolina, the game winner he hit then. He would go back to the success that he had, and that's how he kept the ultimate confidence, is keeping that positivity in the moment. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. You all have a truly fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. All right.